I'm Stacy, and I'm gonna show you the process that I'm using to mold and then cast in plastic these 3D printed masks. So it takes about 4 hours to print one, and I thought that taking a rubber mold and then casting plastic into that mold would make the process a little more efficient. So the first step of any molding and casting process is to make your pattern exactly the way you want it to be replicated. And all a pattern is the original form, original object that you are taking a mold of to then be replicated. So to do that with this PLA 3D printed mask, I have a half round file, and it's half round because one half is round and one half is straight. And then I also have some 220 grit sandpaper and this little mixing spatula that I'm going to use as a sanding stick. And all I'm going to do is sand all the little ridges and the print lines down smooth so that once I mold it, it will pop out of the mold very smooth and it will all be ready to go. The first step in this process is to use the file to take off any bigger areas. There are some goober spots, as I like to call them. They're just imperfections in the print. And using a file first, it will take off the most area, but it won't be as smooth, which is why I'm going to use sandpaper after I file. So I'm going to be careful on the inside here, because I don't want to take off too much because then this insert won't fit properly. So I'm only going to touch this very lightly with the file. And then around the edges. And notice how I'm only going one way with the file. Files only work in one direction. So I'm going up, and I have my mask secured so that it's not all wibbly wobbly. And I'm just filing along the edge, getting any ridges down. And then in this area that kind of slopes in, I'm going to use the back half of my file, that is the half round part, and that will help to keep that ridge consistent. If I were to use the flat part, I will be filing into it and it wouldn't be a smooth slope anymore. I did a little spot, so hopefully you can see the difference. This part doesn't have a lip anymore, and it's very smooth. Well, you can kind of see that lip right here. I'm filing that away so it doesn't get caught in my mold. And then after I'm done removing the big chunks of material with my file, I will move to my sandpaper, and this will take off less material, but it will also leave a more refined area. And to help keep the surface even, I'm using this paint stick that I got from Home Depot. But you can use any piece of wood or whatever that is flat and even. And I just wrapped my sandpaper around it, and I can use it the same way that I was filing. So this is the area that I just completed. that I have also filed and then sanded. This is the area that I have just filed without sanding, and this area still needs both filing and sanding. Making sure that your pattern is completely smooth and ready to go is the first most important step when molding an object, because once you replicate it, if it has any discrepancies or anything that you need to fix, you're gonna have to fix it on everything that you cast. So getting your first pattern 100% good and ready, that's what I'm doing right now, and I will be back with another video for the next step. Thank you.